The humble beginnings of family farming in the United States were radically transformed by technologies introduced succeeding the Industrial Revolution. Challenges feeding the rapidly growing population were eliminated as technologies and monoculture farming practices were adopted industry-wide. But this was not without a cost. Though monoculture farming has continued to efficiently facilitate mass production, it degrades soils and requires increased fertilization and chemical inputs. The exponential use of fertilizers and continual runoff from industrial agriculture farms is compounding nutrient pollution in aquatic systems, contaminating waters, asphyxiating marine life, and compromising the integrity of our ecological systems. Our posterity beckons for change. Thankfully, solutions are at our fingertips, and our collective actions can guide the transition to a sustainable future.
Community farming is an excellent way to prevent negative effects on the environment from industrial agriculture. Living a more farm-to-fork lifestyle, you can help reduce gas emissions that cause climate change, reduce chemical and food waste, and live a more sustainable lifestyle. Community farming can also be personally beneficial to you. By utilizing empty or abandoned lots, you can make your environment more appealing and even reduce crime from vacant lots. A New York University study showed a positive effect on residential prices within a 1,000-foot radius of community gardens. The more the community is involved, the more connected you can be with each other, and also improve your social well-being. Having community gardens will also help eliminate food deserts. There will be more food security and healthier diets for residents. Gardening with your community can improve your mental and physical health by living a healthier lifestyle. Polyculture farming can be more beneficial to our environment opposed to the current monoculture practice. Monoculture farming strips nutrients from soil and requires chemical fertilizers and pesticides to grow successful crops. These chemicals pollute the water runoff that cause hypoxic zones such as the one in the Gulf of Mexico. Polyculture farming can help eliminate this large-scale problem. Unlike the monoculture practice, the polyculture farming can absorb chemicals from fertilizers and pesticides. It can reduce chemical runoff, the stripping of land nutrients, and it can help reduce nutrient and phosphorus levels in the Gulf. On a smaller scale, polyculture can provide a healthier land for yourself. Your crops can live 2 to 3 years longer, and your crops will be safer for you and your consumers.
Gone are the days when our food can only be grown in vast stretches of farmland with heavy labor required to produce a small amount of food. There are new farming techniques in the market that not only reduce the amount of resources used, but allow for a reliable, compact industry that provides us with the foods heavily demanded in today's society. One of these techniques is called aquaponics. This farming method combines aquaculture and hydroponics, meaning plants are grown in a controlled environment with their roots in water that is filtered and used to support the production of fish and other aquatic animals. These symbiotic relationships allow multiple food sources to be produced simultaneously and is also similar to vertical farming. This other method utilizes space and reduces water farming in slanted layers in and outdoors and even building into structures. This maximizes space while increasing crop yield. Water is carefully controlled to provide the healthiest crops with the least amount of waste. In contrast to normal farming practices which keep crops separate and utilize only one farming technique, these innovative, sustainable practices combine the best of each system while taking up less space and requiring fewer resources. New technology in agriculture is aiding in allowing crops to be grown and harvested to their max yield while allowing farmers and engineers to work efficiently, safely, and reduce their environmental impact. Some of these new technologies include temperature and moisture sensors to ensure crops are not over or underwatered and allowing greenhouses or surrounding environments to be adjusted to allow for ideal growing conditions. Robotics are also a major contributor to new technology by harvesting without manual labor to allow larger areas of land to be harvested, as well as report on air and water quality to see that farmers only make the necessary adjustments and take the guesswork out of farming. This also ties into GPS technology and precision agriculture that allow necessary and high-demand crops to be farmed, regulated, and analyzed routinely. These technologies help reduce fertilizer and pesticide use, as well as reducing farmers' impact on the environment. Controlled machines also increase worker safety while allowing for healthier foods and safer foods to be sold in higher quantities as well as at lower prices. Are these farming practices viable solutions in today's society, and what do they translate to related to home and the community? In home life, since food, especially leafy greens, small fruits, and vegetables, all thrive with these methods, households increase their self-sufficiency while lowering their total food costs while building family relationships. Vertical farming can be done in or outdoors and in small spaces like townhouses or apartments, which are commonly found in cities. As far as the community goes, the social well-being of community members increases as they have a hobby and connection to others, as well as using efficient technology to increase food yields, therefore increasing food security in high-populated areas. Eating locally also reduces their carbon footprint from importing and transporting foods and also guarantees that people will have access to healthier foods. Not only does this demonstrate efficient resource management by using less water, fertilizers, and other resources, but the technology used can also increase jobs for engineers and designers. These farming methods are viable solutions both in home life and as well in the community because of their efficiency and low space use. You are looking at Farming of the Future.